Hey everybody, it's Wayne Nichols back with part 3 of my 2023 financial goals. If you haven't already, take a look at parts 1 and 2 for my upcoming 2023 goals, where I talk about weekly investing into my M1 finance account, maximizing contributions to all of my pre-tax accounts, selling covered calls as well as cash secured puts, and hopefully being able to obtain 100 shares of UPS, Costco, and more. Now for this video, I want to talk about reaching the annual dividend income of $15,000. Kind of an unusual amount, and if you guys know my motto by now, it's small goals, big victories. Everybody wants to achieve ultimate financial freedom. Everybody wants to be able to retire from their dividend income. And I have those dreams as well, but I want to set more reasonable goals in the short term, and that way it's easier for me to build for the longer term goals. So for right now, I do have, in my opinion, a rather reasonable goal for me to hit in 2023 in regards to annual dividend income. So let's go ahead and take a look at how 2021 and 2022 shaped out for me. I'll tell you the truth, guys. When I first began investing in 2021, if you watch my very first YouTube video, I talked about the very first stock I ever purchased in my entire life was, in fact, in January of 2021. And at that stage, I didn't really have any knowledge of how powerful dividend investing is. And in fact, throughout 2021, I was just trying to get my foot in the door. I was trying to understand the very concept of stocks and dividends. 2022, though, is when I found a series of YouTubers who really turned me on to the power of dividend investing, and that has been my goal ever since, among other financial goals. So you can see here a resounding difference from 2021 compared to 2022. Now, admittedly, I have been investing as much money as I possibly can. And in a future video, I'm going to talk about a rather large real estate transaction that took place for me in 2022 that was able to help me pour gasoline on that dividend fire. So you can see here, rounding out 2022, it looks like I was able to pull just over $8,700 in annual dividends for a monthly average of about $730. I'm really excited because I do think I can reach the goal of $15,000 for annual dividend income in 2023. Let's go ahead and take a look here at my portfolios and track your dividends. Now, full disclosure, you might look at this and say, wait a minute, Wayne, you've got the summary tab listed here and it says you're already making 21,000 plus in dividend annual income. And that is true. But going back to what I mentioned, I want to focus on reaching $15,000 in annual dividend income from my taxable account. So full disclosure, Track Your Dividends allows you to link multiple brokerages. And you'll see here that I have a couple of pre-tax or tax deferred accounts that are linked here. If we look at my Robinhood account, though, you can see here that my annual income is just over $12,640. Now, these are the two accounts that I want to focus on for 2023. And again, it's the goal to reach 15K between Robinhood and my M1 account. So I'm not focused on the Fidelity account. I'm not focused on any pre-tax money. And why is that? Well, it's because I can't touch those dividends in a pre-tax account until I either separate with my current employer or I reach obviously the age where I can withdraw without penalty. So for my taxable accounts, I have immediate access to those should I want to pull out those dividends. I'll tell you right now, my goal is to keep reinvesting those dividends and continue to build upon those goals. So for 2023, it's 15,000. What will it be next year? I don't know. Let's see if I can reach the 15,000. But you can see here between my M1 annual income of $342. And you can see here my Robinhood income right around $12,600. I am very close to already reaching $13,000. So the coveted amount that I'm trying to reach is obviously 15K. How do I get there? Well, I talked about this in an earlier video. I am really excited because I have just transferred over a significant amount of stocks that I'm holding in Robinhood, and I have transferred those over to my M1. As you guys know, the secret sauce of M1 is that consistent balancing and a much better approach with reinvesting those dividends. So I'm really hoping that's going to be a game changer for me in 2023, moving over significant holdings that I have in Robinhood over to M1. Stay tuned on that. I'm still waiting for the process. I actually initiated this last week, so I'm not quite sure if it's because of the Christmas holiday, what's taking so long, but I hope by January 1, I will have a significant more amount in my M1 account. Currently, I'm holding just about $6,700. I'll give you a spoiler. I anticipate over 100,000 that I'm transferring in assets from Robinhood to M1. And I really think that's going to be the key to reaching that 15K in annual dividend income. That, in conjunction with the first video I talked about in my 2023 goals, and that is consistent investing at a weekly level for both M1 as well as Robinhood. Now, what's the ultimate goal, right? Because we talked about everybody wants to achieve financial freedom. Everybody wants to retire off of their dividends. But remember, my goal is small goals, big victories. And so one of the things I want to show you here is ultimately the number that I want to get to in annual dividend income. It's right here. It's $16,272.45. You'll see that in the lower right-hand corner of this spreadsheet. Now, looking at this spreadsheet, this is my total expenses for the year 2022. It's everything. It's my utility bills. It's my home insurance. It's my car insurance. It's my streaming platforms. It's the service I pay to have my pool cleaned. It's my HOA. It's my Apple Music that I can't live without. So to me, this is an exciting goal to have. Again, everybody wants to, live off of their dividends for, everything, right? Mortgage, car payments, lifestyle, you name it. I want to get there as well. But right now, I think a more reasonable goal for me is focusing in on achieving enough annual dividend income where if, the worst of the worst happen, right? I lose my pension, I lose my job, but I have my dividend stocks. At the very least, I would not have to sacrifice any of my lifestyle, right? I wouldn't have to cancel Paramount. I wouldn't have to cancel my Netflix. I could listen to my Apple Music. I could drive my car with insurance, right? And still sort of live the life that I'm used to. And so that's why I'm excited about dividend investing. I've seen some other YouTubers talk about, kind of reaching that finish line of retirement. I'm all for it. But I say along the way, why don't you set more reasonable and small goals and you get those big victories? And so I hope you guys have taken value of these videos that I put out. Again, as a reminder, if you haven't tuned in to part 1 and part 2, this was intended to be a 3-part series. And so I'm finally able to knock out this third part. 2023 is almost upon us. We've got just a couple of more days before the new year. And I'm excited to share everything with you guys, from dividend updates, cash flow updates from selling covered calls, as well as cash secured puts, and then other financial sort of tidbits that I learned along the way as I was able to achieve retirement just a few years ago. But for me, right, the goal never stops, right? I want to now work on generational wealth for my 2 kids, and I'm excited to share my journey. So thanks for tuning in. Happy New Year. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you.